It's nice to see you today, Edwin.
Nice to see you as well.
So I'm looking forward to today's call. Today I wanted to reflect on your journey inside of my mentorship program over the past few months
Mhm.
and just start off with your feedback. So how would you feel about your trading today compared to a few months ago?
I feel like I'm not making a lot of the dumb mistakes that I was making back then. I'm not FOMO trading, which I feel like was a way I lost a lot of capital and kind of just chasing, jumping in. Moving from Robinhood and learning the ThinkorSwim platform and learning ThinkorSwim, I believe, has set me up to be better and will continue to make me better by utilizing it and adding, basically everything you've taught me into the plan. I feel like every day or every week, I wrote some stuff down here. So every week or every day, I feel like I learn a little bit more with my own trades and I get more from that. I do believe I'm still making some silly mistakes and I kind of want to associate it to FOMO, but I also believe that it is not FOMO and it's more so a psychological thing. So I'm working on that still, and that's a battle with myself. There's nothing that you can do to help me with that. I believe that I'm learning to adjust with the market a little bit better, but there are some areas that I definitely do need to continue to focus on and grow in, such as following the plan fully and maybe I need to write the plan directly in my face on a pad and have it so that I follow it. I also know that I need to work on pivoting from my plan because sometimes I feel like I want to trade QQQ or Nvidia. Those are the two that I've been trading back and forth. And there's other trades, there's other setups that are a lot better. But again, that's a me thing because I have sticky notes of other stuff that you've recommended right in front of me here that I can trade. Also had NQ open today, but didn't execute because I got stopped out early on Nvidia.
Interesting. So as of right now, it seems like you're looking at multiple stocks at once. One thing that you mentioned that you're improving on is that your FOMO has decreased.
Yes.
So I want to talk about how it has and how you're going to replicate that moving forward. So think about the way that you approach trading now, your entries, your planning, and your
Mhm.
mindset. What specifically is helping you not to FOMO enter? Is it that now you have a checklist so you know exactly what you're looking for, or is it something else?
It's definitely putting a checklist and a system in place because before it was just scrolling. And if somebody on YouTube said, hey, trade this, I was jumping to that and looking at that and trying to chase that. And it's not real. They've already done the move when they tell you on YouTube to take it.
Exactly. So how do you feel now that I've taught you how to do your own analysis?
There's a type of confidence you can give somebody when you can give them the ability to do it themselves. I think I reported to you last week or the week before, feeling a lot more confident in what I set myself up here to do. And I do believe that. It's just a couple of mistakes, but otherwise it's good.
So what do you think was the biggest problem before?
The biggest problem before was, well, I would just like to go on the record and say, for one, definitely not using a stop loss, because let me tell you what, that alone has changed, like it has mitigated my risk so much that I'm not, when I take a loss, it's $12, it's $40, it's $16, it's $20, it's never like negative 100%, you know?
What would you say to the traders who still haven't switched over to ThinkorSwim?
I have to say we're doing it to ourselves. And then also, I was one of those people. I'm like, I'm comfy here. You have to get uncomfortable, and you have to just make the switch.
It's saved you hundreds of dollars.
Going forward, yes. I mean, even still, imagine if I had these plays that I've done since then, and they were just with no stop loss. They'd have just 100% lost, unless I was here actively on the computer pressing the button.
So how have your results been like over the past few months? A lot of things have changed in the back end,
Mhm.
strategy-wise, risk management-wise, platform-wise.
I feel like pretty much everything changed for me, not gonna lie. Even just the amount that I also am like funding myself with. Before, I feel like it was a small amount and I made money on it and then I took it out and then I made money on it and took it out. And while it was a small capital, it was that small capital that I continued to go back to. I feel like with a larger size, I'm able to size up or get in profit more fast, if that makes sense.
Did you see my position sizing framework?
Yes, I did in the classroom.
Do you think that was useful for you?
Yes.
So now you have like a clear game plan on how you're going to move forward and scale.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I still only do one to two contracts. I don't take the jump yet.
Okay, perfect. You're gonna wait until you get your consistent month of data with a good
Yes.
rate, good risk reward ratio. Then you know the month after that you could scale up.
Yes, and also I underestimate this journaling. I probably could have waited on getting onto it when I did, but also when I got onto it, I feel like I was able to self-evaluate, and I feel like going forward, I will be able to continue to self-evaluate myself and see where I'm going wrong. Like today, after I did that and I got out, I journaled immediately, and I was just like, come on, you know?
All of a sudden, now you have ultra clarity where you're completely confused before.
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome. Great news. I love that. So, what I'm hearing is that the strategy is helping you build your confidence so far.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would you say was your favorite aspect of the mentorship program?
Definitely enjoy the individual feedback, because that's like my questions directly to you and your responses directly to me. I also enjoy the group sessions and all of us engaging after some of these sessions. It leads to outside chatter, just messaging, some of the people that we spoke with or may have spoken with, and it going further than that, which I very much enjoyed myself.
That's awesome.
I think those two are definitely the top two.
Great. I'm really happy to hear that. Good overall experience, even the community. It's great because it's not a diluted community.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you get to know just a handful of people. You talk to me one-on-one and you talk to others one-on-one. So you build like even long-lasting trader friendships.
Like even going through the classroom, that's why I had messaged Afreen, because her questions going through some of those group sessions, they were just the question I was thinking, in a sense.
That's actually perfect. So you found value in going through the old group coaching session recordings?
Yes.
So was there any specific group session or video lessons or even personalized videos I sent you like that made the biggest difference?
I want to say it was us coming around late February, early March, when we really got to what it was that was my core issue. And I mean, I had the plan. I've had the plan on my computer, but I also didn't, but I followed it without looking at it.
Because you learned the plan and now you could just do it and now you could repeat it every day and it's a consistent, repeatable framework. So right now, I would say that you have improved in a lot of areas with everything that we talked about so far, but obviously there's still things you're working on. And is there anything specific that you want to work on or you want to improve on?
I want to create better habits within my trading plan. I want to continue to minimize my FOMO, continue adjusting with the market and the way that it is up and down. And I feel like there's been a lot of news, and the news really is starting to move the market differently than it normally would. Is that right?
So my advice. Today I entered a trade at 9:40. News came out at 9:45. I didn't wait until 9:45 to enter my trade. I just entered at 9:40 because my checklist matters more than the news. News could be a red flag against your confirmations. So you could think of it that way. If news is about to come out within 5 minutes or within 10 minutes, you could consider it as more of a red flag. If it's like PMI, consumer confidence, random someone speaking, no one really important, those little newses, like sometimes it'll cause a big candle, but it's just like one candle. Like we can see that in technical analysis for the most part. So maybe it caused a little pop, maybe it caused a little volume, but you could read that in volume price analysis just by looking at your chart. So you just want to be careful. Make sure you have your stop loss. Make sure you manage your risk. If you're in the trade before the news comes out and it goes in favor, boom, quick, good trade. You got in early. If the news goes out of your favor, you already have a stop loss set, so you just get your stop loss hit. So my recommendation for you is to keep following what you've learned in this program, at least for the next 30 days, and then maybe from there you could let me know how you've done, or we could consider mapping out your next steps. At least we need to figure out how you're gonna approach May and moving forward in this quarter. What's your next goal with trading?
My goal is to focus on the areas that I know I'm not the strongest in, to continue to grow and become more confident in those areas, and to trust my plan and write my plan more often.
Perfect. That's an actionable plan. I love it. You could take action on that starting this week.
Yes, actually started creating a document. I'm kind of going back and forth in a few of your videos and taking like how you write your pre-plan, and I'm kind of making my own. I'm not done with it yet, but when I am done with it, I will share that with you.
You could definitely send that over my way.
I think I gotta take what I have here and really put it to work. So now it's just on me to use it.
Awesome. So I gave you all the tools to become a self-sufficient and independent trader.
I believe so. Absolutely.
Wow, that's great news.
Yeah.
So with that, I would say if someone's watching this and they're on the fence of joining my one-on-one mentorship, what would you have to say to them?
I don't want to come off sarcastic. You can keep losing money, or you can put it in, invest in yourself. I invested in myself. This was an investment, and I came out on top. I feel like I won, you know. I've learned a lot that I'm able to put forth in this market. I think we talked about this. I had been floating around before I decided to come to your course. I did the $25 free, the cheap course that somebody had on their Instagram, and it gave you a ballpark, an idea. You know, what you did with the idea was up to you. That doesn't help. I feel like where your course is different is the one-on-one answers, the mentorship. You know, that's, you need somebody to see your faults and tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right, so that you can continue the right and fix the wrong. Your course helped me.
So you particularly liked when I reviewed your trading journal and just gave you, hey, this is exactly where you went wrong, and this is what you need to do moving forward. And from there, you just started improving?
Absolutely. And I believe that sometimes we're too stubborn to follow what our head's telling us. And we need somebody else on the outside to say, hey, you're doing this wrong. We might not like it. We don't have to like it, but it's the truth, you know? And then what we do with that information is up to us.
There you go, Edwin. I think you got this. I think you're set for success.
I believe so.